Hello, VOD. So, if you aren't caught up, I have been very, very sick this past week, and I have not been able to sleep without coughing. And recently I've been feeling a little bit better, so I thought I wanted to get streaming. Hello, Crow Witch with the first time chat. Hello, Rebel Rogue 1. Hello, Ruby. How's everybody doing today? So my voice will be a little more gravelly than normal. But yes, that is why. So I guess what I will do, I will start with a little bit of a tour, I guess. I have been updating some systems. We'll check on some stuff that could be broken, like what is this doing in here type shit. But yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing today. Just a little bit of like catch-up work, and then I have some progression that we can get to. I have been saving up a lot of stuff to do for you guys, and I will explain exactly what I want to do when we get there. So the first thing I guess I should show off, I want to go down a level. There we go. My level maintainers have been going crazy. We've got 18,000 max tier circuits. What else we got? 100 or 1 million UEV tier circuits. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're also maintaining all of the stuff we need for knack fuel and antimatter, which is good. And hello, Hollow, with the prime sub. How you doing, my friend? Let's go check on antimatter. I'm doing okay, just been playing Skyrim. Glad you're a bit better, though. I am a bit better. Check this out. I have been working on my antimatter area. I actually really love how this looks. It's huge, like... I don't know, it's like a spectacle. It's like set up. It feels very, like, grounded, which I like. Hello, Lilith. How's it going? Lithosphere. My bad. I always do that. Why? Quad emulsion. Should not be... This is what I mean by checking on things. So we're actually good to go, as far as I'm aware. Let's try 1 billion. Inert Nequadria. Yeah, that kind of checks out. But I think we're probably good. Heavy Nequada fuel. Oh yeah, we've got 12G of heavy Nequada fuel. 65G of light fuel. We're doing good. Life is good. How are you doing today, Hollow? We've got 1 to the E21 EU, which is good. This is a good sign. We've got 1 sextillion. Is that what that is? And we're good on all the antimatter stuff. That is good. All right, let's keep checking. Kind of struggling on QGP quark gluon plasma automation while waiting for UXV coal. Are you resigned to not do the open computer solution? And then this is excuse me, chat. This is what I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. So I've been slowly just adding to things that are slow, like cutting machines. We have 128 of now. Some wire mills. Excuse me. Here's laser engravers, which I made some more of. Fluid extractors. Oh, and you guys are gonna love this. Check this out. I got tired of the fluid solidifier thing being slow, so here is 128 fluid solidifier multi-blocks. This is what that looks like. The hollow with the second hydration. Cheers. And they're all connected via something that I cover in my AE2 Advanced Guide, which is these are crafting input buffers, which can take liquid recipes. So molten hypogen comes into here, and it goes into this crafting buffer with an ingot mold, and it gets turned into hypogen ingots. And then each of these gets multiplied out to a proxy, which connects to this main, I don't know which one exactly, this must be, yeah, right here. A proxy connects to the crafting input buffers, like wirelessly, and just links it, which is perfect. So I have a bunch of these linked up, all in different orders, so that way they prioritize different crafts. I think there's 4 different types, and then I just have that multiplied out. So we've got a lot of infra now. I also worked on a couple of small things that I would need to sooner or later. I'm not sure if any of these AALs are new per se, but I did make some of our first dedicated advanced assembly lines. So basically they only have one recipe that they run. For example, this one is going to be running the top tier space-time compression field generators, which you'll need a lot of these. Each of these are Eye of Harmony parts. You need a ton of these for these astral array fabricators. And these are what allows you to run parallels on your Eye of Harmony. And they actually scale better than just like one-to-one parallel, which is great. Oh, so I think one of these is worth 8 Eyes of Harmony, and then it just keeps scaling, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we need tons of these in order to get Stargate. So I have just devoted myself. What lasers are these? I think this is 1551 EU per tick, and I chose a very specific EU per tick on this, and you guys will probably see why in a sec. I also downloaded and tried out this really cool. Check this out, aal.lua. So if UMV tier, let's look at some of these painful Stargate crafts first of all. I think this is important for you guys to see why. So let's say Stargate frame box, 125,000 seconds at UXV. So let me redo this actually. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? So this was Ultra Prodigy here. Voltage tier is UXV. Energy hatch tier UXV, recipe completion time, 125,000 seconds for each one of these. Number of slices, 16. And I don't know, we'll just do one of these, for example, for now. So we can either do this with 16 amps, which will take 125,000 seconds per operation, or we can do a bunch of laser overclocks at very specific amps. So 1551 amps gives you 3 laser overclocks, which makes the time per slice about 1,000 seconds, which is reasonable. Given that you need like 1,400 of these, I would say you'll want to be in the like 5, 6 laser overclock range generally for this. And that takes EU per tick per machine. What is to the 14 again? That's like 100 billion EU per, no, is that 100 trillion EU per tick or something? It's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, this is a really lovely calculator that shows off a bunch of cool stuff. Oh, whoops. I don't think anything else here could be broken. This is all just on-demand stuff. I did check up on my DTPFs the other day. Everything seems to be running smoothly. I don't know if I did this with you guys or not, but I added a converging DTPF for... Normally this is for UMV superconductor. But we are over 50 million, so we should be good. But basically, yeah, I have a dedicated auto-crafting DTPF for superconductor, which is nice. And this just has a alignment matrix, you know, the normal stuff. Hello, Killer Doggy. How's it going, my friend? I also have one for UEV superconductor base. One sec, I'm gonna go blow my nose again. Oh. Ugh. How's it going, Killer Doggy? How are you doing, my friend? What the heck is going on here? Hello, Bro Chacho. How's it going? Yeah, close enough. So we're good here. I guess we should check up on Waterline, because I haven't seen this guy in a good brick. Do have 520 million tier 8 water, which is pretty good. I'm wondering if anything failed here. It's 21 seconds in. Okay, no, it's still going well. So you can see it inserted the correct catalyst combination, so we're good. Everything's on track with that. So glad I could catch your stream. How are you doing, my friend? It's been quite a long minute since I've seen you. I feel like you stopped by recently though for something. Maybe it was that 24-hour stream. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much all we have to do. Maybe I'll hop in ore processing. I guess I can show you guys how I do this. We're gonna add a couple more things. Excuse me, this is gonna happen a lot. Ugh. We're gonna add a couple more things here. Iodine, runite, foricium, and diatomite. I am going to turn off copy mode. Ugh. 24-hour stream and Discord DMs. Oh yes, I remember. Things are going well. So while I was sick, I was working on a couple of these things and like printing out some infrastructure, and then also I have been working diligently on the GTNH soundtrack. So the 3 tracks that will go to the game are finished and shall be in the game whenever 2.8 comes out. There's been a lovely developer that has been helping me out implementing stuff. So we have a main menu theme now that's switched out. So it's both Sweet Dreams and Absolute Zero can theoretically pop up on the menu theme. However, we both specifically made it so Sweet Dreams will no longer blast your ears out, which is really nice. That's that's always a good thing. Oh my gosh, speaking of, hello, how's it going? So yes, Dibby Dota has been working with me doing this thing, a lovely fellow, and I'm so excited to see these soundtracks come to life. It's going to be wonderful. And also, yeah, you'll hear me in the menu themes, hopefully. And it won't blast your ears out, hopefully. Alright, so that's how I filter things. I didn't explain any of that. We just sucked up all the items into a cell, like into each its own singularity cell, and then I have an inverter card on a view cell. Every time I sticky card something to a singularity cell, I put it in this inverted view cell, and then put it in its own terminal. And this is just a list of all of the things that I haven't put into its own singularity storage, essentially, which is nice. And this is all the stuff that we own, which is a lot more than that. All right, so without further ado then, now that you're all here, the only things left we have to do are Eternity Loop, maxing out the Godforge, which I'll show you guys that later, magneto-hydrodynamically constrained star material bolt, and that is a mouthful. And what that will do is enable some crafts that I have been cooking up over time. This Tipler space-time compression field generator is one of them. And each of these needs 2 constrained star material bolts. And then we need to get Eternity for that. So without further ado, let's get that going. I don't exactly remember what we were missing last time. I believe it was Temporal Harmonizer Catalyst. And I think if we just let this go, this should be good enough to go. What this does is it allows you to do a loop with a quantum force transformer. Oh my god, this sickness is killing me. Liquid primordial matter, which is just a bunch of stuff that we kind of have decent access to. A energized tesseract and a chronic singularity. And then these, we can either make them with this shitty this shitty forge hammer recipe, which we'll do, or this plasma arc furnace recipe, which requires Eternity. So we have a little loop that we have going on that also makes Shirobon, which is really nice. So that will be helpful. I did already set this up last stream. Oh my god. Excuse me, chat. This is horrible. This sickness has been just absolutely killing me. I did remember the liquid QFT mode. So that will be true. Thank you for that, Hollow. And yeah, I guess I'll just let the Shearbond go into my network. Not really going to worry about that too much. These Universium nanites will go to our gigantic nanoforge field, which we made like right before I stopped streaming a little bit a while ago. Let me pop over here and see if we can find one of these Universium nanites. Hello, Tempmine. How are you doing today? Thank you for the follow. I hope you're well. Yeah, there's no way I'm finding this. It's just... I'm curious, though. Man, about how long this recipe takes, given our current infrastructure. I suppose we'll never know. About like 60 seconds, I suppose. And also, yeah, okay, I did another thing that I didn't document. I switched off of Universal for Prasses because they kept breaking on me. So now we have a bunch of cribs, and I do have to say, it is, at this point in the game, it's a lot faster. It's pretty much necessary. There are some crazy people who are staying with Universal. Hollow is one of them. Cribs are just very overpowered, and if you don't like playing cribs, then that's fair. Finally found my press problem. My cells were too small. Damn. Alright, so we need to make a chronic singularity. And hello, Annie. How's it going? Let's do our forge hammer recipe first. And then I will make, like, I don't know, one of these, and then we'll never think about it again, and we'll gamble. Actually, I'll just put this in, and we'll make as many as we need. Here's our crafting input bus. Grabbing hot pot right now sounds pretty fire. I feel like I could do with some of that right now. Yeah, Hollow is truly deranged, as we all know. All right, we've got our first chronic singularity. Put that bad boy back here. So I have this on circuit 3, and what this does is the QFT has a couple of interesting little things that you can do with it. One of which is you can use Neptunium plasma to focus a specific output. And because I'm assuming that we're looking for eternity, I'm assuming this means circuit 3 will focus eternity. And I'm not really sure if that's exactly correct, but we're gonna vibe on that. And the other thing you can do with the QFT, fermium plasma additional chance output. So I think you just give this to anything you want, frankly. Fermium plasma is pretty free for us at this point. So yeah, let's turn this on. No valid recipe found. We've got this. We've got, oh, did we just use it all? Wait. Where did our liquid primordial matter go? Well, let's make a little bit more of that. Focus the recipe? Wait, is this not focusing the recipe? Yeah. No, we're definitely doing it. Oh shit, here we go. Did we do the thing? Oh, easy money. So first try, we got some eternity. Let me grab a little cell of this. It needs to be in the controller. Now, I don't know about all that. If separate input buses are enabled, put the circuit in the circuit slot of the bus. I mean, I think it can go in the bus. I'm not sure. Hello, old man Potato Aim. Good evening. Finally able to catch you on stream instead of a VOD. It's okay, Hollow, I have so much Universium at this point because I've been just sitting on it while I was sick and waiting for the EOH to do its thing. That's another thing that I need to show you guys in a bit. I had exactly enough Universium. No, I'm swimming in Universium. So another thing we need to do is actually make the loop happen. So what we'll do, we need to make a dedicated plasma arc furnace that turns eternal singularities into chronic singularities. And we both need to stock eternal singularities, I guess. I don't really know how I want to do this. I could level maintain it, which is kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of stupid, but maybe it's the way to go. Also, this takes 5 seconds. I guess it has parallels, but it is UXV. I'm going to do the lazy thing for now, and I'm going to hop over to my current auto crafting arc furnace, and like, let's just see if that works for us for now. Although I know loops are really not, well, actually, because one of them's semi-passive, so we should be good. Should be good. Let's pop this in here. Let's multiply it. That's a little much. That's a little much. I feel like that's a little much. Let's do 16 at a time, shall we? Let's see, did I unlock a quest? Oh yeah, here's our second UXV quest. A little bit of Molten Eternity. What do I need to do for this? Should we do a UXV machine hull? Is this a waste? No, we need Magmatter. We're close. We're close. We'll do that today, I think. Or at least we'll get into it today. Oh god, that is a horrible sound. Not only is this the ugliest multi, but it has... God, that is just like rubbing sandpaper on your ears. What the fuck? That's crazy. Anyway. Alright, and you're going. You're just rocking in the free world, doot doodle loot dude. And what is this called? Eternity? Oh, hello. Okay, so yeah, I just need to like keep pumping out chronic singularities, I guess. And I guess I can just level maintain them for now. It's really not that big of a deal. Although I don't want to... There's a thing that goes into this. Let me think about this. It's not the eternal singularities. It's the primordial matter really kills raw condensed stellar matter. Nardwar reference? Dude, I love Nardwar so much, bro. What a homie. Let's do 16 at a time. Nardwar. His interview with Pharrell is one of my favorite things ever. Alrighty, so this will keep doing its thing. It's making eternity as we go. I guess we'll just waste all of our, excuse me, stellar stuff. I'll keep a loose eye on that so we don't fuck anything up. But anyway, with that, there's a couple of advancements we also had to make in other ways. One of them, I made a little YouTube short about. We needed to do milestones, and we actually completed the charge milestone. I really wanted to do that with you guys together. But another thing that I did is I set up conversion automation. Oh my gosh, Old Man Potato Aim. Thank you for the sub. I hope you're well. Uh, Actually, I should have asked this before. How have you played GTNH before? And if so, what tier are you at, my friend? Apologies. We have to do a couple of other things, but this should set us up to complete the last couple of things. There we go. Yep, we've got 28 graviton shards. We need to make some upgrades, so let me pull those into my inventory. I literally made patterns for these. Here's that. Oh, I also made 2 more sets of Eye of Harmony casing, so we might be actually doing that today, which would be funny. Oh, okay, this is what we were waiting on. So we need some frame boxes of each type. Let's pin these recipes. There's this bad boy, and then there's this bad boy. Yeah. Okay, so the first one we can probably pull. Oh, we do have a little bot here. Let me give him a little ban there. I have played it before, I never got beyond MV, but I just restarted again after catching some of your VODs and seeing the late game, currently only a few days in, and just made my first Steam machines. That's lovely. I'm glad that you're with us, and thanks for sharing. I did MV so long ago. Why do I have this? I don't think I need this. We'll see. That I remember very few things about it other than I remember I farmed most of my aluminum from kobolds, and that's not like the way you should do it at all, but I found it really fun, so I had a really good time doing that. And we're missing some things, or this is the wrong upgrade maybe. That's weird. Let me... Really wish I had some of your VODs of early game. I will be doing a Garden of Grind run, which I'll take some VODs of that, so... Or at least, I might even do an edited video series. We're also going to do Nomi Factory after this, so... I'll think about an edited video series. Okay. So, we had to craft 16 of these Mega Ultimate batteries for this, which was hellish. So, each of these requires 8 of these batteries, which requires 8 of these, which is 8 more of these, which is 8 more of these, which requires 8 of these energy clusters, which we make here. So this is like some ridiculous amount of infrastructure to make these. And it pretty much nearly killed me. Although this is just... I don't recognize this upgrade at all. I thought this was a different one. This looks entirely alien to the one that I was prepared to do. Unless I'm just tweaking out the WAS. Let's just throw all this shit in here. Dude. Let's cancel all of our crafts. Maybe it's hidden somewhere in one of these. That's fine. I could have sworn, right? Because this is the... Is this just wrong in NEI? Because that would be actually so embarrassing. Because I saved up all this stuff. I didn't even look at this. I guess we'll see, chat. We have an ad starting in a second. Chat, I hope you're well. We're gonna take a little ad break, I think, so... Those of you who are subs, I don't think I'll stop, because I don't really normally stop, but... Okay, we've got these. I have played and completed Nomi Factory twice. And oh, excuse me. Once as Omni Factory. The GTNH integration of magic always put me off before I would get overwhelmed. I agree with that. And the only reason I made it through magic and started enjoying it so much is because so many of you guys helped me enjoy it. Like, I would not have been able to understand it in the slightest had it not been for you guys, like, helping me at every turn, which was lovely. And that's most of the reason why I think I've had so much success with this pack, because it's been like a joint effort for real. Alright, we need to make some new frame boxes. Let's get that together. And also, Crow Witch, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. I hope you're well today. How are you doing? Have you played GTNH? And how far have you gotten? That's my full interview. Alright, Universium, Black Dwarf Matter, White Dwarf Matter, Eternity Frame Box. Should be circuit 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. Oh my god. Should be right here-ish. Works for me. So we need 2 Universium, 16 Eternity, 64 Black Dwarf, and otherwise. Not gonna lie, the amount of help available in GT packs, and especially GTNH, is crazy. Yes, you guys have always been so helpful. I think it's so funny you just happen to have all these random Godforge components. I don't just happen to. While I was sick, I was out crafting everything. I made proxy patterns for each of these upgrades, and I think this NEI page is a lie, because this is not the upgrade that I had planned, and I think we're gonna actually have to craft more things to get where I wanted to be, because I think I need 16 of these batteries for the final upgrade. Yeah, and I was prepared for only 18 total, and I think we need instead a higher amount, which is kind of fucked. Oh, or I just can't read. I should have all of that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, chat. Everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I'm assuming, yep, Universium Rod, which we can fluid solidify. Great. I'm just eking my way into HV and Moni Factory. I'm a chemist IRL, so using chem reactors and stuff is surprisingly intuitive. It's actually lovely. I'm no chemist, but I do love chemistry. I think stoichiometry was one of my favorite subjects in high school. And had I not been a music major, I might have done something with chem. So I do enjoy the stoic, especially because most of especially the acid recipes are balanced. A lot of the recipes are actually atomically balanced, as far as I can tell, which is really interesting. I like it. How are you feeling? Better, I hope? A little bit better. I can sleep now. It was at a point where I literally could not stop, I could not sleep because could not stop coughing. And that was actual, psychological torture. And I think I lost some sanity due to that. But then again, I'm a Gregtech player. Sanity is not something that I need in high amounts for living, as you guys know. So thank you for the follow, Dibby. I appreciate that. Oh, and the Prime sub. Let's go. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I hope you're well. And Dibby, actually, I don't know much about you either. How far have you gotten into Greg? I know Dibby is a contributor who's been helping me put my soundtracks into the 2.8 menu, and actually the pull request for that came through today, which I'm very excited about. We worked on that together. Also to make Sweet Dreams not blow your eardrums out, which is that's always a good change, I think. Don't normally find time to catch streams, but on Twitch, on WFH today, I don't know what WFH today, or WFH is, but I appreciate it. You're in my background listening. Lovely. White dwarf matter, black dwarf matter. There should be Universium, and that should be it. It's a cool looking frame box. Chat, should I switch all of my scaffold to Universium frame box, maybe? I think that's a good way to go. Crowwitch says, yeah, making polyethylene from PVC and PVC from scratch made a lot of sense. Exactly, yes. Working from home. I am unemployed, so I don't actually, I don't understand that terminology there. But yes, now I understand. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. All right, let's pop these bad boys in. Upgrade materials consumed, constructed, and we're good to go. And this should allow us to get composition 6, which I believe is the third ring, but that is way into UXV, I believe, so we'll wait on that. And let's see what else we need for this final upgrade. Unlocks Magmatter production. This is the last upgrade we need, and this is like how you firmly get into UXV. By the way, you pronounce polybenzimidazole correctly. I knew it. I knew it. I'm gonna, somebody, yes. Somebody send ops to Three's home. Damn, bro. Well, I have most of this shit. I don't know where my batteries went, but we can craft more of those. Alright. Mega Ultimate... Oh. Okay, we have it, chat. We're good. This won't be a big L today. So this is the final upgrade on the Gorge... to do with Gorge, and we can just pop this in and construct, and we are good to go. That is it. I don't know if this unlocks anything. Nope, nothing. We'll need a new Heliofusion exoticizer for, what's it called? Where's the exoticizer? This bad boy. Can I just switch this to Magmatter mode, and does it just give me the graviton shards, or do I actually need to make a second one? Okay, I need to make a second one. Or wait. Refresh. Yeah. I will never give it a rest. Oh my god. Excuse me. Let's craft a Heliofusion exoticizer. That might actually go. Let's do it. So we need to make a pattern now for this. Circuit 6, UEV, laser hatch, and let's do 16 of these, maybe? Personally, always thought it was pronounced the way 9 was considering the abbreviation PBI, polybenz. Well, I guess that doesn't make any sense. Polybenzimidazole? That is actually kind of sus now that I think about it that way. You've just convinced me that I'm wrong, so thank you about that. Alright, so I have a proxy pattern for these heliofusions. Let's just send this to go. Hot to go. We can do a little... Yeah, that's good. Laser hatches are actually so much better than I thought. They are pretty insane. Let's show off a couple of things that I've been working on. One of them is the fusion building. So I've decided that I want to have more than enough compact fusions to last me until endgame. So here's the current thing. Our first building, which you guys recognize, houses 18 of these. And then I've been slowly expanding. We're making a couple of other ones. There should be 18 more in this middle structure, which I'm working on, obviously. And then on the mirrored flip side, we have space for 18 more as well. We currently only have 12. So currently, I think we have 6 times 5. So that's 30 compact 5s, which is pretty good. Compact fusion 5s are very strong. So we're not fusion limited by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, all of these are working together. Benzene is one of its chemical components. You know what? Benzimidazole? Yeah. That does make sense. All right. So while that goes through, let me think about, is there anything else we need to do? Stellar matter is good. We've already got 670,000 eternity, which is ballin'. I'm trying to think, is there anything we can do with this? We can make space pumping Mark 3. This is an option. It's a little sus, but we could do it. I'm gonna skip this song real quick. I'm gonna blow my nose again because I'm fucking sick still. Oh, okay, I got a little nose blow epiphany. Let me also open my window. What's up? Did I tell you guys also that there are tier rank up themes coming to GTNH? So every time you unlock a new tier, you get a little fanfare. I can actually play this on stream. Let me pause the music. I'll share with you the Stargate one. So the idea is it gets progressively more advanced as you go through the tiers. Let me pull this up. So this is the Stargate tier fanfare. And yeah, there's a couple, there's a bunch of variations of them as you go through the tiers. And I tried to add some history and technology to it. So like, like brass is one of the earliest instruments that you can make technologically. So those are for the early tiers and stuff. The Metroid thing was like the blueprint because Metroid is like so near and dear with my heart, and that fanfare is one of the like it's like 15 seconds is one of the most satisfying things in all of life is that Metroid Prime like item acquisition fanfare. I swear to God. Okay, so here's another thing we need to do today. For Eye of Harmony parts, so let's go over to this Eye of Harmony right now, and I'll explain everything from the bottom up. First of all, I made a new automation for the Eye of Harmony that involves I/O ports, and I am very actually proud of this. So check this out. There's a new feature in Nightly's called cell restriction, and you can restrict the number of fluids in a cell. So basically with the Eye of Harmony, you need to insert a very specific amount of helium and hydrogen depending on the planet. And this one is, you can't see it because my UI scale is too big, 8 billion liters of hydrogen and helium. So you can restrict your cells to 8 billion liters, and then I have this little automation that just every cycle based on activity detection pulls the exact amount of hydrogen and helium, slowly deposits it into these input hatches, and then when it's done, it gets stored here for easy access. And I can also turn off the entire machine here with this lever, and it will stop the cells from cycling, which makes it really easy to take things out and rework the whole setup. Which I'm really proud of this. The old automations used level maintainers, which are kind of gross, and this is a lot cleaner in my opinion. So I've been playing Metroid since the 6th grade. Lovely. So yeah, in order to get higher tier Eye of Harmony parts, because we're pretty close to max here, for example, these compression field generators allow you to do higher tier planets, which give you more and more of the specific output that you need. So we want to get to these Gallifreyan tier 1s, but we need to first research the Tipler tier 1s. And for that, we need magneto-hydrodynamically constrained star matter bolts. And this is the recipe. So we're going to put this all together from the bottom to the top. Let's hit this first. Is that a waste? Maybe. Also, let's redo our magneto-hydrodynamically constrained star material. There we go. Excuse me. I do believe I will need to cut stream short fairly soon. I'm still a little bit under the weather, as you guys can probably tell. And I really wanted to stream again with you guys and do all this stuff, but unfortunately I'm on a timer for how long I can last, and it really sucks. But I'm glad I could be here with you guys today. So let's put this back here. This is the upgraded version of the recipe. I'm not sure if this is unwise, but it seems to use less Universium. It's 1 nanite for twice as much MHDCSM, whatever the heck. And in return, it requires Eternity nanites, which look a little hellish, a little fucked up, but you know what? We live. Oh, excuse me, chat. So yes, let's program this recipe. Let's throw this in here. I guess we don't really need to multiply it this big. Let's do 16 to start. Let's see what we're missing. So, not that much actually. Just happy to have you for the time that we do. I appreciate you. Thank you. What the fuck? What is this recipe? What? I mean, okay, wait a minute. Red, green, blue lenses. Okay, I kind of see it. That's a little bit cooked. That's a little bit cooked. Let's make 16,000 at once. I'm sure we'll need it. That's one of the recipes that just makes you wonder. That's so true. Oh my god. Sending me in a coughing fit, bro. Okay. Truly only in GTNH can you get these recipes. Exactly. There's no way to find this. Oh, damn it. Where is this ruby recipe? Actually. There you are. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Oh. Cheers. Hopefully I'm in better health as the days progress. I really do miss being happy. Let's pop that in. I'm assuming we're gonna need 16,000 ruby lenses, so let's just bite the bullet right now and get that going. Sapphire lens. This is a new one. What is this block of sapphire shit, bro? Okay. Something is devilishly wrong with NEI or something. I'm not even gonna. Flu season, coughs everywhere. I don't know what this was. I got my flu shot. I don't think it was that. If it is, I'll be damned, right? But something horrible that I got. It wasn't COVID. I got tested. I genuinely do not know. Okay, let's send it. Are any of you actually going, or did something fuck up? Circuit 6, UEV? That's Circuit 5. That's Circuit 5. How did I not read that? What is wrong with me? No words. UEV laser. Is it source? Chat, am I blind? Okay, I didn't see that one, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. If you didn't know, you can middle click the multiplier button to add a custom multiplier. The thing is, the math wouldn't math for me. Let's be honest. Let's be real honest. I wouldn't be able to know in my head how to multiply that out. Let's be real honest with ourselves. All right, let's see what this hologram projector does. And It's an Open Computers component that does something ostensibly. There we go, we got it though. An Eternity Bolt. That should be fairly easy for us to procure. I'm glad I can finally do this because was the only thing stopping me from making like decent progress into Eye of Harmony land. So once I send these to go, I actually kind of want to see how quick that recipe is. And Hollow with the 5th month in a row of subscription. I appreciate you, my friend. Are we already done? Oh shit. So yeah, some of these won't come through because they are going to go into advanced assembly line recipes that are happening right now. And once those happen, they should take a couple hours, maybe. Let's see. 2,000 seconds. This is gameplay, chat. This is gameplay. So I'm gonna let that run. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we gotta do. So basically what I'm doing, I should have explained that actually. I need to make one of each of these parts for the Eye of Harmony at tier 7. So that way we can, or sorry, at tier 8. Wow. So we can research the tier 9 parts, the final tier of parts. And then once that happens, I actually have crafted all I need for a full set of Gallifreyan space-time compression field generators, which are the end of the end. And we are going to need a lot of these. So that's why I said earlier I made dedicated advanced assembly lines, each running at 1,551 amps of UMV, which should be nice. There's a program to map your world and even make a little projection map out of it. Ruby, I want you to send me that in my Discord. That sounds fucking cool. I actually really like that. Oh, also, chat, did I show you... I show off my aesthetics over here? I know I showed you this. I'm also quite proud of how this is turning out slowly. I need to work on this like wall thing here. But I think that the antimatter facility is starting to like shape up in a good way. I'm very proud of it. I love waiting. You know, I could dump a bunch of energy into that. I don't really care though. We'll wait. We've waited enough. And let me think if there's anything else to do. Oh yes, Eternity Nanites. Let's get this going, shall we? So one thing I can foresee us needing is these Foresium lenses, as well as Foricilium. I did get these things going earlier, so I guess we can just make... I did do 2 more sasses, which is why we're at 1 sextillion EU. I don't know, what is 10 to the 21? This is some crazy amount of EU. And for some reason, we're able to sustain it, so... How far do you think you're to Stargate? Not very far. We're probably in the last like month or 2. This is the last part of the quest book, and we're in it. We're almost there. If we play semi-reasonably, in 1 month or 2 should be Stargate. Hopefully we can get it by the release of 2.8, but I'm in no rush. I'm okay. So let's get this lens, Foresium lens. We need a block. Oh god. I guess I could just implosion compress it. We're gonna do this the long way. Hearing last month or 2 when most mod packs are able to be fully completed in a month or 2. This has been like a work of love for like... How many months have we been out of chat? It's almost been a full year of playing this pack. And I'd say that my playtime is actually pretty fast compared to most people, which is the crazy part. Alright, go do your thing. Yep. What the fuck is this called? Foricilium. just compressor. Okay. What is your playtime? Says Yakubas. Let's see what we're at right now. Currently 1,600 hours plus Leaf's 400 hours, so a little over 2,000 hours of active playtime. Although Leaf hasn't played since like early IV, so at this point it's basically a solo playthrough. Alright, and then we just cutting machine this. Hello? Oh, no lubricant. Alright, I'll go fuck myself. That sentence could be very easily misconstrued in a different way. Fuck it, we ball, I guess. Hello, Vin. How's it going, my friend? How are you doing today? I've missed streaming. I am doing a little bit better, and I appreciate that. When you play GTNH, you're in for the long haul. I have more hours on GTNH than I have on some full games. Yeah, easily. And it's addicting. It's wonderful. It's unique. It's an experience unlike anything else, and it's something, chat. Oh, shit. Okay, we've got the quantum anomaly. Let's see. I think I needed both of these lands. Ferricium or Cilium. I think this should be everything, though, once I put those two locked in. So maybe we're okay. Ah, yes, a little UXV circuit for the road. God damn. That all works out correct as far as I'm aware. And these look to be even more invasive than these nanites. I'm good. Spent way more time in GTNH building with Cat tonight than I should have. That sounds like a lovely time, though, frankly. Speaking of being addicted. I don't think I ever needed more than 9 spaces for those lenses. Okay, I think we're good then. We're good then. Oh, you know what? I need to show you guys another diabolical thing. Or actually, Vin, while you're here, I should explain. I want to show off this I Have Harmony automation that I made. Basically, it just takes advantage of this new cell partition thing, which allows you to basically make these like volumetric flasks. And you can put an exact amount of fluids you want on each of them. So I have one for hydrogen, one for helium. And they just go and suck up all of the fluids through this MEIO port and then deposit them within this input hatch. And then after it's done with that, they get sucked into this. And then when the activity detector is on, they get sucked into this second chest. And then when it turns off again, they get sucked back into the IO port and go through the cycle. So basically, it only happens once per I Have Harmony cycle. How'd you get that screen for the amount again? So this is a new nightly feature with the cell workbench. And you need to click on the cell restriction thing. And this is really interesting. And you can also do, for like multi-cells, you can restrict to different types of items. And like, it's cool. So yeah, and then also if you want to shut it off, you just flick this lever and it's done. It'll just keep the cells in this chest, which I think is such a nice way to automate this. This is so much more TPS friendly. Yeah, I agree. And it's also super accessible. It's really easy not to fuck up. You can turn it off if you want to. It's just, there's so many things about this solution that I'm very proud of. GTNH is really an AE2 pack? Yeah, pretty much. It's so well made. Hello, Cat, by the way. Also, I wanted to show off, this is what I did for the Godforge milestone. Basically, I made a subnet with 81 million aluminum ingots and all of these macerators, just turning ingots into dust. And then I devoted a Godforge module to the subnet that just turns those aluminum dusts back into ingots and just loops it like eternally. And that is one of the only ways I could get this conversion milestone red thing to go. But aluminum is the way to go because it doesn't require a vac freezer, and it's very easily renewable at MV. Glass dust in the chisel multi. That does sound kind of meta. But yeah, we've well more than completed this milestone. I'm actually very curious to see how many shards we get out of this by the time we're done. All right, what else shall I do? Oh, the exoticizer is coming through, so I guess we could try Magmatter. We could look at it at the very least, depending on how I'm feeling. You're very far on your catalyst milestone. To be fair, Vin, I've been sick for like 3 weeks, just letting this run in the background, and yeah, we've been going through it. Okay, let's try this again. Magneto hydrodynamically constrained star material. We need a block of eternity, which for some ungodly reason is either an extruder recipe or a compressor recipe. And this is UMV 9.8 seconds. Okay, so eternity is fairly renewable. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in our black hole compressor. Pop over there. Yeah, it has been really sad. I've been getting really strong at climbing recently, and I had to let that all go for a while to get well again. Ugh, ugh. I don't know why they don't just make fluid solidifier recipes for this. It's quite vexing, honestly. I am sure it was on purpose, which is the funny part. Oh. Pop this into our fluid shaper. Wonder what's happening with our eternity loop here. We should also go check on that, I think. So yeah, here our automation is on, as you can see. Whenever this... God, what the fuck did I do with this? I think when this timer goes off, everything happens. That's when the magic will happen. We'll see. Someone asked me about 7TV, and I might do it. Oh my god, and also the resub from Vin. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm glad you two are well and still streaming and still GTNHing. It's lovely to tune into you guys every once in a while when I can. All right, timer. You've timed your last time. Excuse me. Ooh. Always feel privileged to be able to do it. All right, the timer happened. Black hole is injected. No valid recipe found. I guess I can go krill myself. Oh, there's the blocks of eternity. Oh, so it's like fucking half a second. All right. Send it in, I guess. I don't even know why I bothered with this. This is probably a waste to do it this way. All right, let's go check on our eternity, though, because obviously there's something wrong over there. Lovely community, agreed. I'm guessing it's actually the primordial... Oh, it's definitely the primordial stuff, because I don't have that level maintained. I'm scared to do so as well. I feel like if we level maintain this, we'll like absolutely eat spatially enlarged fluid, which we need for our antimatter, as well as condensed raw stellar plasma mixture. I wonder how big we can get with this without getting a little ridiculous. Yeah, because we're already struggling on spatially enlarged. I wonder if we need to use this DTPF recipe to convert tachyon rich into spatially enlarged. This is really gross recipe, honestly. Not gonna lie, I feel super welcomed here. Well, that is because you are, my friend. You are welcomed. You are welcomed. I am welcoming you personally. Alright, one sec, I gotta fucking blow my goddamn nose again. Yeah, this week is just been a blow my brains out simulator. Low key. Okay. Now that we got that, let's set up the next step into UXV. And once we get this, I think we're like officially in UXV. We need to get Magmatter. And the only way we can get this is from the Godforge. And I think I want to put him right here. There's a couple of things we've learned about the heliofusion exoticizer, especially with Hollow's experimentation. The main thing with this is there's like a gimmick for how this works. Incomplete structure, excuse me. Oh, yeah, you probably need buses and stuff. Let's see. Output, input. I don't know why I had to check that one, but that's kind of embarrassing anyway. Let's see, ME output 30 million. Let's do stocking, just because we can. Let's do that. All right. Not like I mod your Discord. Well, you do that because you're welcome here. I don't know. You mod my Discord because you're lovely and it's helpful. Let's reconstruct that. All right. So, the thing with this is it's such a weird machine. It's already outputting shit and it already wants shit back. Okay. So the way this apparently works is infinity plasma. Wait. What did it output? Infinity dust. Wait, so it's telling me how much infinity? Interesting. So what I gather from this machine is it will give you, oh my god, I am so sorry. I hope that wasn't loud. It will give you tachyon-rich temporal fluid and spatially enlarged fluid. It gives you that as an input. And it will also give you a dust. So this dust that we currently have is infinity dust. You can see in the bottom left. The difference between the tachyon-rich temporal fluid and the spatially enlarged fluid is the amount of cells of plasma that you need to provide back to the heliofusion exoticizer. So I'm going to be very specific here. The way this one works, it has given me 62 and 25. The difference between 62 and 25 is 30, what? 25 plus 12? What is that? 37? So we need to provide 37 cells worth of infinity plasma back to this thing. And that will, in turn, give us back some Magmatter. There's a couple of ways you can do this. There's the really important thing that Hollow and Dr. Nye discovered upon experimentation is it does not give a shit if you insert all of the plasma at once. So what you can do is you can get this infinity, which we have in this output bus, and it will tell you, okay, we need infinity. So you put this infinity somewhere, and you just deliver one infinity dust every like second and turn it into like infinity plasma. And if you slowly trickle it in, sooner or later it will complete it, and you don't need to do any subtraction, counting, anything at all. I think that's like kind of lame, but I also think it's kind of interesting. So I might actually end up doing this, but Yeah, you don't need to do any subtraction or anything. You just incrementally add the infinity plasma as you go. For now, I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of Magmatter off the rip. Yeah, and I know for a fact that there are some devs who are going to be like, we need to patch this immediately, like type shit. And I fully expect that, frankly. We're going to make a devoted plasma thing for Magmatter, but for now, I'm just going to see if we can get some. 37 times 144. All right, that's actually kind of painless. Do we leave this on max int processing? No, okay. And yeah, obviously we're just going to get a metal cell, which we will hold with our hands to deposit this. Where are you? And for implementing the patch as we speak, that is something 4 would do, frankly. And of course, I gotta dick ride the neutronium energy cells. Jesus. Oh, I guess this ME output bus. Oh, we'll figure this out tomorrow, I suppose. Multi-fluid cells. Where are the item cells? There we go. Okay, so we need to input this infinity now. I'll put here. That should auto pull. Waiting for inputs. Does it need to be put in an actual bus? Can it not use the... Is he unhappy? All right, I think he's unhappy. Yeah, UEV, why not? We're rich. All right, now, now I'm a little confused because it told me what it want, and now it's not happening. That is correct, chat. Hello, 3. Talked to 4 yesterday, and he just said he is now a random shitter dev. I think 4 goes by she, 3. So I think she is a wonderful dev, and a very wonderful person. Chat, how how do I fix this? Why is this not working? I feel like this should work by all means. Let me do reading, which I hate doing. Where is the... Is this what it is? Okay. Okay. Heliofusion exoticizer, a module capable of producing quark gluon plasma and later on Magmatter. This module has a unique automation challenges for both materials. A module outputs materials at the start of a recipe cycle, waits for the correct inputs to arrive before starting the actual processing of the output material. For each liter of fluid, a bucket of plasma. For each dust, 9 ingots worth of plasma. 9 ingots? Wait, what? If Magmatter mode is active, the automation challenge changes. Now the module outputs 1 to 50, 51 to 100, and 1 dust of a high-tier material. The challenge is to return both the tachyon-rich and... Okay, so we need to return the fluids as well. Alright. I understand. That's why. So here's what I'm going to do then. Well, actually, I don't know how I want this automated yet. So we'll just do this by hand. That wall of text is way too dank, but I'm glad it's there. It's been very helpful. Like, I do kind of understand what's going on. Some of it is from friends and from people who I've been playing with who, like, there you go. There's Magmatter. 65k liters, too. God damn. Okay. Shit. And it's given me a new challenge to do, which I'm gonna live and let live for a while. More infinity plasma. Let's we got our cell. Pop into endgame goals. We can make UXV components now, as painful as it might be. It's possible. But I do want to save most of my MHDCSM for astral arrays and upgrades first, and then we can get UXV components going. But for now, I will do something to finish off today's stream, which I'm very happy about, and we're going to get our UXV machine casing. It's going to be a waste, chat. It's a waste to do it this early. There's nothing we need a UHV machine casing for, other than actually some big input hatches for our Eye of Harmony, but that's beside the point. Let's program these recipes. Okay, hello. We'll do one at a time for now, because I'm poor. And then we'll work from there. And here's the hull. Kevlar is free. Black plutonium is free. I don't even know why that's included. And let's try moving the reservoir hatch. Oh god. All right, we got some things to program. Eternity plates into magneto-hydrodynamically constrained plates, the classic. So we'll need an eternity plate recipe. There we go. And one of our 128 different fluid solidifiers. Old Man Potato Aim with the sub. And Crowwitch with the sub. I think those notifications are coming in late, because I do remember you guys subbing way early on. So either you guys are resubbing again because you're absolutely insane and lovely, or the notification is just bugging a little bit. Okay, and 16 times black plutonium wire. I'll go slip this into the actual wire mill. Oh, ooh. I appreciate you all. And thank you for the warm welcome on my way back. I hope to see more of you more as I get healthier and healthier. We'll see what happens. One can only hope, right? All right, UXV machine hall. Let's see it happen. 32K black plutonium ingots. Where is that happening? Not fluid solidifier. Ugh, that's gross. Should probably fix that. Oh yeah, definitely. Somehow that's not enough black plutonium, or for black plutonium wire. Okay. And our machine hull is coming through. So let's get somewhere nice and scenic, obviously. Get the shaders on. I love stream elements. It is not buggy at all. Exactly. No bugginess, no nothing, no funny jokes. Gotta get over to the place where it all started. Let's pick this thing up. Chat. Oh, it's off-centered. Oh no. Oh, whatever. We'll live. This is our first and final foray into a new tier. I think with Magmatter and all of that, I think we're pretty solidly UXV. So this is it. This is it. This is the final home stretch, and it's been lovely to have you guys along so far. I think I'm gonna call stream here, where I'm gonna craft out some more Eye of Harmony parts and work on the tier fanfares for each new tier. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good time, and thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Hollow, for the congrats. Let's go raid somebody, obviously. Who's playing right now? I know Azuna was. No one is playing GTNH specifically. Is anyone playing Gregtech? Good night, Crowwitch. Thank you for the well wishes. I actually don't see anyone playing GTNH right now. Does anyone see anyone currently playing GTNH? Kind of sad. Nobody, except for me. Is Zyrth? I feel like Zyrth was streaming. Zyrth is live. Dude, something is fucking up with Twitch. Alright, I'm gonna hand you off to Zyrth, who's a very good friend of mine. Let's give him as much love as we can. He has a lovely stream. And yeah, the normal thing. Do your best. Be kind to yourself and others. And I think it'll be enough. It's been enough for me so far. So that's it. Join my Discord. You know all the normal stuff. Peace, my friends.